mountains love me. So my luck has something to do with mutual appreciation.
But 8 points, it's nice to have that on the board.
Absolutely, yeah. 10 points would have been better, but I'm very happy with the result. Yeah. And especially with the wonderful flight. It was, I mean, the scenery yesterday was just spectacular.
Are you enjoying this?
I'm absolutely loving it. What a great experience.
Race 4 start, again pretty even, everybody behind the line, no penalties at this time. First leg was really a non-event. It just needed a little bit of height before they went into the first turn, and the key bit was coming out and finding a good climb.
From that first turn, 90 degrees to track to start climbing up the mountains. Altitude was going to be important, and not everybody managed to get this cleanly, and they started to separate.
Thilo got the best of the climbs and managed to leave first, and started to set the pace heading into the mountains.
Yeah, he got well ahead running into the second turning point, doing an excellent job there.
And it was all about what was going to happen on the next leg. Would they turn left or right? Thilo turning left, and the chasing pack, for the first time in the Olivares Valley, going right.
And there was René and Sebastian Carver and Papalima all heading up towards the col at the top of the Olivares Valley, up to 5,000 metres.
Spectacular view as they crossed the pass to the turn point off in the distance by the lake.
From the turning point they came back on the mountain heading north to Españoles, and Mario just didn't have the altitude to get over the top.
This was originally we thought was a mistake, but actually turned out to be very good fortune. His route then took him west down the Olivares Valley, where the others went east, higher side of the mountain. But Mario had a much better run down to the bottom turn point.
He ran from the turning point all the way down to the next turning point without circling on the western faces of the Españoles.
At this point he's now 9 kilometers ahead, and Sebastian started to pull in alongside Lucas.
And it was really a final glide. Round the last turn, onto the ridges, and a very fast run now. Just like yesterday, using the energy and trying to catch each other along the ridges.
Mario's so far out in front at this point, the race is actually going on behind.
With René being chased down by Sebastian Carver, who got very, very close, as we can see them coming into the last turn, the control turn.
Sebastian just taking a little bit wider and then cutting back, reducing his distance from 240 metres, and at the finish it was down to 50 metres.
Just spectacular finish, 48 metres at the finish line, 1 second in the finish. Another great day's racing at the Sailplane Grand Prix here in Chile.
Congratulations Mario, race 4 winner. There are a few key decisions on your route that pulled you ahead. One going north and then coming back south. Tell us a little bit about your choices there.
The first selective choice was already after the first turn point, where we went 90 degrees off the course, and we were just about the ridge, and we started with 2 meters in 2,500 meters, but then it started with 4.5 meters up to 4,000 meters, and this was the first separation of the group. And then I continued a bit north of the course. I found again 4 meters where I could climb a bit more, so I was all the time 200, 300 meters above the Gecko. And then I went into the Olivares Valley. We had some rain in between, so I was not 100% sure whether it would work, but I could see some nice cumulus on top of the high mountains. So I selected to go there. First time for me to go inside, very exciting, because 4,500 meter high mountains and even higher. But shortly before the pass we caught 4 meters again, and we went up to over 5,000 meters past this 4,500. We went over it. And then the René Vidal caught me in between. He was doing better at the ridges. I did not fully understand how it was working. And at one point he's jumped over the high mountain range up to it was the third turn point then. I couldn't, because I was 200 meters lower, and I continued a bit about over the mine, and I had climbing all the time, climbing in the ridge. And from that point onwards, it was only flying with 220 kilometers per hour. I wanted to go down to the ridge, and then at the southern turn points was just ridge flying then.